4, 5,
And give our panel.
6.
Maybe you guys don't know the most for it.
Yep.
Tech. Yeah, this brings us to the second one. Consideration. Alright, so.
We're actually doing your panel. Oh.
Yeah, we're actually doing it.
Oh.
Someone is here and actually wants to hear what we have to say, so we're going to tell
Wow.
him what we have to say.
Well, I'm loud.
Anyway, we have the 4 C's of convention etiquette, and we basically came up with them, and they cover pretty much anything you need to know about conventions.
So the first one is communication. And that is very important for any everyday life.
Yeah.
Basically, we just want to let people know that if you have a question about anything to anyone about anything, just ask it, you know? Just politely. That's the thing about yes, politely. Thank you very much. Yeah. Conventions are very social, although it's hard to imagine while all these people doing our own thing.
But yeah, basically it's like if you don't know something, ask, and just always be willing to talk out your problems with people instead of being not.
Because as much as big a nerds and social outcasts as we are, this is a social gathering where we all have to come together and pretend we know what we're doing in life.
So.
And it's good to have those communication skills. Even if you're a little shy, if you're a little nervous, it doesn't hurt to just ask somebody or just talk to them.
Exactly.
Because they may be really nice. They talk back to you, they hang out, etc., etc.
Yeah, or they might be busy and they will appreciate you asking for the picture or to hang out or to talk or whatever. And they usually appreciate that and they'll find you later and talk to you. So it works out either way. What's the second one?
Consent, which leads from communication to consent.
Basically, don't take people's pictures without their consent. Don't touch people without their consent. Don't play with their costumes without their consent.
Don't touch them.
Do not try and change a no to a yes. Find a yes first.
Yeah.
Because it's a lot better for everyone involved if whatever the answer to your question is yes and they give you a yes, perfect. If they give you a no, then that's a no. It's a concrete no. You can't try and wiggle a yes out of it for anything,
You can try and earn a yes by being a good person and kind of proving that maybe their doubts are wrong, but you can't be well, no.
You have
say
to
yes.
do this.
Why are you saying yes? Come on, just say yes. And it goes for everything. It's
it's a good thing for photographers.
Be respectful.
You've got cameras, so and you can come up closer if you want. I mean, it's really.
If there's a charging spot,
there is. There's one right there. Yeah, you're all good, dude.
Okay.
There's one right up there. I just didn't want you to feel like you had to sit all the way in the back. But yeah, it's basically ask questions and always ask people, make sure that they're okay with what's going on. So if you want to take pictures of someone, you always have to ask. And because sometimes cosplayers or anyone, they're busy eating or they're in their way somewhere.
And a lot of us, we will pose for pictures if you ask. If we're going somewhere, if we're doing something, we'll maybe sorry, we're busy.
Photographers will get better pictures when they ask for the pictures
Exactly.
instead of just sniping from afar. And you get a blurry profile.
Because nobody likes to be the cosplayer who finds their really weird blurry pictures and the one picture they got at the con is them stuffing their face.
Guarantee it. That has happened to me so many times.
Yeah, cosplayers, coming from cosplayers, we love it when photographers ask us for photos. And it fuels our ego.
Yeah.
Straight up.
There's a reason we're wearing costumes, and it might just be because we like it, but we also want people to pay attention to us. Okay, what's the third one?
Third one is, that's a good question. Because I know the last one.
Consideration.
Consideration, thank you. That ties into both of the previous C's. You don't know what people have just been doing when you come up to them. They may have had the worst weekend possible, and now they have to deal with you. They're upset, but it's not your fault, Basically just think about, hey, if this person is mean to me or rude to me or just in a bad mood, they may have a perfectly good reason for being in a bad mood. And it's not a slight on anybody, it's just sometimes when you're at a con, things can happen. And it'll put you in a bad mood. Yeah, just in every life, something can go wrong at any point at any time. And so it's good to be considerate of everybody, because, hey, someone looks upset, hey, are you all right? Do you need anything? Just see, hey,
that can go a long way.
Because I know a lot of people, especially in the con scene, drama just explodes everywhere. People lose friends sometimes, people have this crazy issues at cons, Sometimes
you don't need to have those talk and like talk out issues.
Yeah.
And, you know, consider their feelings and like, you know, just basically all the stuff that.
And it goes a long way to just look out for other attendees. Just be considerate of everybody, you know.
And also
staff,
consider
guests.
like, you know, you might be in a bad mood and someone might like, you know, want to talk to you about something. And just consider, you know, okay, they're probably having a pretty decent time. And I just
I
have
don't
to get
want
through
to
this.
ruin their day.
Yeah, it's like, you know, just have to consider like, don't try to bring other people down just because you're upset. And
It's very hard, and I understand it's very hard to like.
And it's also considering other people's feelings. Like, say someone says, like, "Hi."
Dustin, pass the screen.
Say someone says, like, you know, "No, I don't want you to take a picture of me" or whatever. And you
They may not
consider-
be slight against a photographer.
Exactly.
They just may be busy, or they're hungry, or they're going somewhere. Sometimes you just gotta go when you're a cosplayer.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Sure.
sometimes you'll be talking to someone and they just won't seem that interested in what you have to say. And it's nothing personal, it's just there's a lot going on at the convention. And if they're talking to someone for like 10, 15 minutes about something and then they realize that they have to go do something else, you never know. And like if someone like seems like they're kind of aloof, it might just be that they're just, you know, they have a long day, they're very tired, you know.
Consideration also falls under every place you put your feet during this con. This is not our hotel. These are not our rooms. These are not our chairs. Nothing here belongs to us unless it says Hanadoki Con. We have to be very, very considerate of this space that we've been so graciously allowed to have our weird anime fun time, you know?
Because,
Which
for
can lead us.
example, at ALA, they did not, people weren't considerate of the fact that the hotel property was, you know, just, it was a hotel property. So this year, they had to put fences up around a bunch of like the places that people like to take pictures because they kept climbing in the trees and tearing branches off and like, you know, making a mess. And just, you know, basically it's the stuff you should, you know, it's stuff that works everyday life.
Not only be considerate towards your fellow attendees, but also towards the property.
Because, and the staff that
And
work
the-
the hotel, because they
and
are
the hotel
on the
staff.
clock.
Yep.
Because the hotel staff sometimes they don't fully understand or they haven't fully been talked to about the event.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
they're confused and they may be abrasive or they may have conflicting information. And
Yeah.
if there is a big problem, Con Ops is on this floor.
Yes,
Right over there.
it's right next to our cosplay repairs.
Yeah. And then the last one is consequences.
It leads
And-
into consequences, which
Basically-
is something that people don't like to talk about at panels like this, but it's very important.
Everything you do has, like, you know, it causes something. It's a cause and effect situation. So no matter what you do, it's gonna cause something to happen. So just, you know, when you're thinking of doing, like, you know, you're deciding, oh, I want to climb that tree and take a picture at the top of it, you know, consider you might break your arm, like, or you might get kicked out of the hotel, or they might kick the con out of the hotel.
Because basically, if bad things happen because of our attendees, we may not be able to come back next year.
Yeah. It's basically, and it's just in general, like, you know, if you choose to do something and you know the consequences are going to be bad, you just choose to do it. Don't get mad when bad stuff happens, like, you know.
Oh,
Yeah,
and
we
I'm
do.
not implying that any of you are these kind of fellows, but
Any of you.
Hanadoki Con does have a zero tolerance sexual harassment policy. If we catch any attendee sexually harassing another, they are not welcome back to our con.
And if you guys see that kind of stuff going down,
Feel free to report it to any staff member.
I would say first off, report it to Con Ops.
Yes.
They're going to be best equipped to handle the situation rather than just a floor staff member. They're going to handle it the fastest.
Yeah. So you can see this is a thinly veiled, don't sexually harass people, like, thing going on top of everything else. But yeah.
As much as
you
I
know.
hate to talk about it, we have to. Because we have a lot of younger people at this convention. This may
There
be their
are.
first con, they may be their first costume. They don't really know how cons work, you know. They don't know that, yeah, like in anything, there's certain a level of danger, you know.
I
Not
mean,
saying
like,
that anyone's in danger.
conventions are generally a really safe spot, but if you know, you
One
have
bad
when you have
apple.
someone, it's kind of like a it takes a village to raise a baby type thing. Like everyone kind of has to. It's a neighborhood watch. Everyone has to kind of.
Everybody looks out for each other.
Yeah, as long as everyone else looks out, as long as everyone looks out for each other, everyone's gonna have a good time and be
Exactly.
safe. So That's essentially what this panel is about. It's literally just like, be kind to one another.
Make sure that you and every other person here gets to enjoy the exact reason you're
Yeah.
here. Because we're all here just to have fun. We're not here to be all like, mean. We're just like, I want to watch anime, I want to wear a costume, I want to hang out.
Yeah.
Everybody else pretty much does.
Literally, like, especially the staff. We want to just hang out more than anybody because we always have to work. We're just like, please God. But yeah, I mean, in essence, like, it's a convention, it's a public event. Be nice to people, ask if you have a question, and like, be aware of the consequences of your actions. If you think that if there's a risk and reward system, like for you, then make sure the rewards outweigh the risks. And that's essentially it. Like,
Now, I'm not suggesting any of you do this, but if
No.
you're going to get kicked out, at least have it be a cool story. Or like something really
please
cool.
don't get kicked
Yeah, I'm
out.
not suggesting getting kicked out, but if you have to.
Go do extreme.
Please do not get kicked out. We don't want people getting kicked out.
No,
And you
we
guys
don't.
can't come back, and that sucks.
We want people to come back forever.
Yeah. I mean, I guess
Come
you get
back.
kicked
You
out.
have to stay forever.
Do you have any questions? Do you guys have? I know you probably just came in here mostly to charge stuff, so. But yeah. Hi.
Hey guys.
This is the con etiquette one. Is this an interesting panel for you?
Yeah.
Cool.
Well, we just finished.
Well, no. Now it's the question and answer time, which is like the best part because it's when everyone can actually like.
Yes,
add-
we will answer any question you have about the convention and.
But
being
essentially,
nice.
to sum it up for you guys, like, consider other people's feelings, communicate with other people, make sure you get their consent, and remember that there are consequences to your actions.
Yeah.
It's the
And
4 C's. Very
And
easy.
Hanadoki has a zero tolerance sexual harassment policy.
So, and in addition, if anyone sexually harasses you,
Like we were saying,
Report them
report it to
immediately.
Conops.
and they'll be out of
Or
here.
if you find one of the
Also, I will say that staff has been given the go-ahead that if they see something like that happen, they're allowed to like kind of get in there and
So
like,
we can rescue you from
at
a
least
situation.
help out. So just keep that in mind that like staff is totally down to help you. So if you're feeling like in general, if anyone's feeling uncomfortable with anyone, and like I know that seems weird to like address it to mostly dudes and like one chick, but that happens. There are some really weird.
You
I
can
have,
attest.
I've been sexually harassed at a con. Like, I've been sexually harassed at a con by a guy.
Oh.
So,
Dude, yeah, male cosplayers get it a lot.
yeah, it's weird.
Yeah. But yeah, so it's just a general. If you're in trouble, just look for staff. Staff will help, and just
We're basically like
communicate.
We have, I
Consider.
think, our badges, they say staff really
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
I don't
basically,
know.
if anyone looks like they know what they're doing a lot, that's probably a staff.
They have a radio.
If they have a radio, that's your best bet.
Easiest way to find a staffer is to look for that radio, or also look for the person who's walking really fast with their head like slightly down,
Just like no.
because they're trying not to look at people to get caught in a conversation because they just want to get going. But if there's an emergency, those are the people you want to stop.
Unless they're going to an emergency.
Yeah.
Then.
Well, if there's 2 emergencies, then they should know about all of them.
Right.
Do you guys do you guys have any comments or questions or like stories of some
like
fun
stories.
stuff
Yeah.
that's happened to you that was cool or bad?
This is your first con ever?
See, yeah, awesome. Well, then I will explain it again in a little more in depth. Basically, we have 4C. We came up with this like 4 C's, and it's basically like you always communicate with people and ask questions. Don't be afraid to like go to the info desk. Don't be afraid to ask people, staff, like regular congoers. They might know like about whatever you're looking for. And if you like want to take a picture of someone, ask. If you want to pose with them, ask. If you want to play with mess with their props, ask.
Please.
It's just
Yes.
communication is key.
Ask
Everyone-
before you do
Because-
anything that involves another person.
With cosplayers, sometimes our costumes and our props are very fragile, and they can break easily. That's why we have a cosplay repair shop. So if you are a cosplayer, you need some repairs, we're on this floor, right over there. But yes, it's like glomping's not a thing anymore, right?
No.
We got rid
Well,
of
not
that.
really,
Yes.
but
Right?
yeah, generally speaking, don't unless you know the person, just don't run up.
Miles, do you want to?
No.
Yeah.
No.
You sure?
I'm
Yeah,
so sure.
For those of you who don't know what a glomp is, I'm not going to demonstrate it, but it was back in the day where
Like a
people would
running
see
hug
someone, they would run as fast as they could and do this move to them, just
fuck me. It's like Dinah, it's like Dino at the beginning of the Flintstones.
It got very bad because people would do that to strangers and like cosplayers they did not know, and then people would have their costumes break and get hurt, and then that person would run away, and they'd be like, oh my god, someone just tackled me. And what just happened,
Where'd they
The early 2000s were a weird time for conventions.
We had the yaoi paddles too.
Yeah.
They were basically giant oars that people would just smack on each other's butts. Those had to get banned.
Yeah, they
yeah.
get banned.
You remember the yaoi paddles?
Everybody the yaoi paddles.
So basically, cons are a lot more safer than they used to be.
Yeah, it used to be a dangerous time.
Man.
But yeah, I mean, do you have any questions then? Since this is your first con, like you are my center point. Yeah, you're the first time con goer. Do you have any questions? Come on, man. Is there anything interesting about convention? Like, what made you want to come to?
Yeah, what brought you here?
Yes.
Because it's close to your home.
Cool.
That's very exactly. Yeah, awesome.
Yeah, I like how cheap our con is too.
Yeah, it's
For what we have, like our deals are pretty good. You know.
Do you happen to cosplay at all?
I was gonna come as Doll from Black Butler by the Circus.
Oh, I love Black Panther.
Yeah, that's her. I'm not.
I am the big anime fan.
Yeah.
I'm like the video gamer.
And I'm Western. We complement each other. We've got this triad going on.
Yay!
But yeah, conventions used to be dangerous. They're not anymore. You know, just be aware of your surroundings. Talk to
Oh, since I noticed you guys walked in, I wanted to pitch forward. Hanadoki Con has a zero tolerance sexual harassment policy. So if anybody harasses you during the con, immediately report them, try and get their badge name, whatnot, and they will be removed from the con.
people. And also, staff is capable of like at least
Yeah, we can at least help you and get you out of the situation. So if you ever feel upset, yeah.
So if you're ever feeling weird, just
Yeah,
call.
and if you can't find a staff member, ConOps is on this floor, right?
Yeah. Basically, if you walk up those steps and you come in this area, you're gonna be all the con stuff is going on up here. So yeah, that's essentially like the nitty gritty is that there's the zero tolerance sexual harassment policy.
But conventions are basically they're just huge social gatherings for a bunch of socially awkward people. So things are gonna go like weird and wrong, but hey, we make it work. We all have fun. We all try to have fun, and that's basically what you do. You come to a con to have fun.
Really quick also, and I see this is the Cosplay is Not Consent panel. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. We were basically, it's the one being like, don't sexually harass like cosplayers. But we changed it because we wanted to like try and make it a little more accessible. But essentially, I was gonna say something and now I forgot what it was. So
Sexual harassment.
basically I can't remember what it was. So don't ask me.
Yeah.
I don't know. Do we have one?
We can open up to questions and comments and stories and whatnot.
If there's any specific concern?
It was my first time, I'm glad to be here.
Alright, yeah.
Great.
Okay,
Awesome.
communicate with people. Consent is. This is the thing. In California, yes is yes. So
We just passed a new
So
law.
consent is yes. So in general, it doesn't just for
Yeah.
sexual stuff. It's also for like pictures, for hugging people, for like for shaking people's hands. Because some people are
Touching
weird,
props, touching
Yeah.
costumes, anything like that.
You have basically, yes means yes. You can't do anything unless you get a specific A-OK from the person involved.
Yeah, they're like,
don't
yeah,
grab
sure.
their prop,
There you
don't
go.
touch their costume, don't touch them unless they're like, yes, you can touch me, my costume, or my prop.
And if something happens to your costume, we do have our cosplay repair station.
And if something happens and someone does not listen to your no, and they like break something of yours, honestly, I guess I would say report that to
Oh yeah,
ConOps, too.
report that definitely to ConOps.
Yeah. If people are going around and they're ignoring like the direct signs of someone being like, no, please don't touch me, and they're still touching you, not good.
Yeah.
Or don't mess with my prop. And
Because especially we don't want like a costume or a prop to get broken because of like someone just messing around. Because that's the worst thing to happen.
Yeah.
Because you work way too long and then you're just like, oh great, that's ruined.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And also consideration, since you guys weren't here, we basically told you all this, but since you guys weren't here, consideration is another important thing. Basically just, remember that everyone else is doing their own thing. Some people might seem like they're in a mood or like angry or irritated, and they might just be having a really terrible con for whatever reason. They might have gotten like hungover, food poisoning, or they might just not be having as much fun as they thought they were, or, myriad of reasons. Just, consider other people and also consider the hotel.
Yes.
Like
Don't trash your rooms, please.
Leave tips for your maids if you get maid service.
If you can,
If you can, of course. Like at least
I'll
a
just make you
$5 bill is good enough, you know.
Or if they, you know,
per person per day.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's good. I like that.
that's a good base.
So yeah, basically, don't trash your hotel room.
Don't trash your hotel.
Don't screw with the chandeliers.
Don't go knocking stuff into the chandeliers.
Don't steal anything from the hotel that can be taken. Because I know that there's like statues and stuff,
don't
and
be a
people would just
Nicholas
like lift
Brendan.
them, you know?
Don't be a Nicholas Brendan.
Oh, yes. Do not destroy the con that you get invited to.
Yeah. A member of the Buffy the Vampire Slayer cast got invited to a convention and accidentally broke a
And got, like, a
priceless
rip-roaring
plate.
He broke a decorative plate. Oh, he got arrested again.
Yeah,
for another con destroying their hotel room.
Yeah. So don't do that. Don't be
Don't be that guy.
Xander.
Yeah.
Don't be a Xander.
But I don't. And the last one was consequences, and basically, your actions will have consequences. So just consider that. This is all like kind of like general social ed kind of stuff. You know.
Basically, the more people get in trouble with the hotel from our con, the less chance we have coming back.
Yeah.
And we want to have because we have year 2 and 3 at this hotel.
Hopefully.
Hopefully.
No, we have it. It's confirmed.
Oh, we have
Okay,
it.
cool.
Oh, sweet.
I
Yeah.
didn't want to say.
Heard
I
it from
didn't
the
want to
source.
say like, oh, that's
We're
official.
making the official announcement on closing ceremonies. but
Okay.
Yeah, we have
Because
it.
we put the.
Yeah, I didn't want to like state
Because
it.
you got
the years are on
the
the
sneak peek?
website.
But yeah,
The
so
exclusive scoop.
yeah, so there's if everyone decides to trash this hotel, we won't have years 2 or 3.
And that'll make work for
And you know
us.
what that leaves for San Diego conventions? Comic-Con. And that's all you get. The end.
And we don't want that.
No.
Yeah, you don't want just one.
As much as we
giant-
love comic
I love Comic-Con, yes, but I would like to have Hanadoki Con stay for at least another 2 or 3 years. Like,
I thought you meant
And
5
also, I would like to point out that if you are good to the staff at hotels, especially as cosplayers or as con goers,
It leaves a good impression.
they remember.
Yeah.
And like, because at the ALA hotel, Anime Los Angeles, we went and I went like 2 years, we went 3 years in a row, and by the second year, like a couple of the guys knew who we were. Like, they knew it, they like knew me because like we talked to them, we were friendly with them, we answered their questions. You're gonna get like normal people, normies. You're gonna get people who aren't part of the convention asking you what's going on.
Yeah.
And
They get very curious.
9.5 times out of 10, they're going to be very nice and
Yeah.
very curious.
usually they're just like, hey, oh my gosh, what's going on? Like I was just wondering, like, why is everyone dressed up? Usually they're really nice.
The 0.5 is literally you'll get like, it's not Halloween, and then they'll walk away.
Yeah.
You're like, okay,
But
great.
You don't
thanks
even
for
have
your
time to
contribution.
Yeah.
return.
But yeah, like 9.5 times out of 10.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's all good.
Consider the feelings and like, and also don't be super loud in the hotel, at night. I mean, that's a pretty basic
Yeah,
one.
be
but
considerate of
conventions
your
tend to forget.
neighbors because if we get complaints
Yes.
called on our room block, that goes against the con. And also those I know at the ALA one here too, because this is close to the airport kind of, that there are people that have like really early flights and stuff like that. So just kind of be
Be a
wary.
bit considerate of those people.
Yeah. So don't like if it's midnight after like the formal dance and you're having a good time, you could like run around and stuff. Just try not to like scream at the top of your lungs.
I would say stay away from
From
any
the hotel.
hallways or rooms if you're going to want to be loud at night. Just hang out in like the main areas
Yeah.
because you should be loud as you want till people are like, okay,
Yeah,
time to
we're not-
go.
We're not gonna get kicked out of any areas here.
No.
No,
Like-
most of it's outdoors, so you probably won't have to
'Cause-
worry about it. Basically, just in the hotels and like right next. Because you'll notice there's a lot of open air, like hallways with a lot of hotel rooms. You guys might even be staying in some if you're staying in one. I don't know. If you're not, then that's cool. Yeah, and basically that's it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, I don't know.
and just be quiet around hotel rooms in the middle of the night. Like it's really important because there's either people are trying to sleep one way or another, and you probably just
Because I know that when you want to sleep, it's really hard to have a bunch of people next door being like, "Wah!" at 4 in the morning. You're just like, no, I have to get up in 2 hours.
Yes.
See, that's where I am.
I'm envious.
Then consider the fact that maybe other people can't sleep through everything. Yes, the
Her
force
alarm
is
will wake
over.
me up in the other room.
Yeah, that's well. I don't set it until noon, so it doesn't matter. But yeah. But yeah, so it's basically just nice. Ask questions if you have questions. Like,
If you
don't-
see somebody who looks like they have been crying and they're alone and they're upset, just take a moment to be like, hey, are you okay? You know?
I mean, if
it
you- if
really
you-
goes a long way.
If you feel comfortable doing that,
Oh,
And
yeah.
you might make a new friend.
yeah.
Because sometimes people, they need a stranger at like their worst time. You know, they're gonna hit rock bottom sometimes.
Yeah, like in the middle of the night in downtown by themselves on Mardi Gras.
When their friends leave them behind.
And they're whole, yeah.
Basically, like you'll meet people like that, and like they need like they might need a hand.
They
you know?
need someone to help. They need a superhero, you know?
Yeah, you can at least come and be like, hey, do you need anything? Do you want me to go get like a staffer or something? Like, because it might be something serious. Also really quick, since you guys are here, we'll be leaving in like a few seconds, but and if you have if you see someone like bleeding or something, contact ConOps. Basically,
Hotel first.
Oh, hotel first.
If it
Call
is
the
a
hotel.
major emergency, hotel first.
If you see someone who falls and they broke their arm, call the hotel,
Yeah.
and then ConOps will be sweeping in there.
If you have like a scrape or something or a cut, ConOps has band-aids and like first aid kit, but if like you're bleeding and
Tell
there's
me.
like
Yeah,
blood everywhere,
please go to that hotel. They're better equipped to do
they
it.
they literally
they have
actually-
on-site EMTs.
Do they really?
Yes, they do.
So yeah, if you're feeling really, if you're like,
Also, like any cardiac arrest or breathing problems, or like if someone is in like distress, like medical distress, you know, you're like, hey,
Yeah.
hotel.
and
Help.
when in doubt, holler for ConOps. They're usually swimming somewhere.
Because yeah, if you're anywhere, you just be like, we need some help. Usually a con-op will come running.
Usually a staffer will come running if they hear someone needs help at a con, because we want no one to need
Yes.
us. Like,
We want to take care of all of our precious
Yeah.
babies.
yeah, you're basically all our little angels, and we want you guys to have a good time. So yeah, and that's
We're here to make sure that you guys have fun.
Because if you have fun, we have fun.
what's up.
Could you all introduce yourselves? And
Oh, yeah.
years cosplaying, years con attending.
Oh yeah.
Good point.
Sorry, I'm Kelly. I'm staff. I'm part of the cosplay group. I do cosplay repair station with my roommate.
Hi, I'm Kit. I do cosplay stuff, and I head up the promotion teams. If you guys haven't been to other cons, but if you guys have been to any other con that has like a Hanadoki booth,
From now
it's
on,
probably
if you go to
us.
other cons, you'll probably see us
Yeah.
at a table.
We're usually there promoting on it.
And we're cosplaying from Animal Crossing. So
Yes, we're the Able Sisters.
That's because we're doing the cosplay thing, so we have the sewing machine. And then
And I am Miles. I am also part of the promotions team and working for the cosplay division. I'll be running a panel tomorrow, so if you guys are here tomorrow, I have my cosplay special effects makeup panel.
Yeah.
So
it always
that'll
goes
be-
over really well. It's really fun and really
Yeah, it's a fun. I'll probably be borrowing one of you guys.
Oh, yeah.
Me.
I don't have a model. So yeah, that's who I am.
We're also going to be having an iron cosplay challenge, which is essentially just a bunch of scraps of fabric, tape, and scissors, and you have teams of 3. You have to try and make a costume in an hour.
Yeah.
And we have really cool prizes to win.
Yeah, there's some
So even if you don't cosplay, if you can like do Halloween costume, you can at least do it. Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah,
But yeah,
that's
so
what we got.
those are our introductions at the end of our panel, essentially. But still,
That's when we have the most people.
yeah, yeah. This is literally what happens. Is we've done like a Cosplays Not Consent panel for like every convention for the last year that we've gone to.
It's been a few. Yeah.
Like at least 3 or 4 of them this year, the past year, and like no one ever shows up until like the last like 10 minutes, and we're like, okay, like there'll be one person, and so we'll just like chat, and then like more people come streaming in, and we'll be like, okay, starting over again, like from the top.
But
yeah, all the panels are really interesting. Everything's gonna be super cool at this con, and just make sure you ask for help if you need it. Talk to people if you want to, and
Make some friends.
Yeah.
Friends with staff.
We met at a con.
we're roommates now.
Yeah.
We own a house. We live in a house together with dogs and cats. We like have.
We're doing that Tumblr thing where it's like, we're gonna get an apartment and have like 1 million cats.
We have that. We have that. It's not as fun as people think it is.
No, it's
kind of-
not.
It gets kind of like you kind of get garbage everywhere after a while.
Yeah.
Like people get lazy and stuff.
And then you have like 8 cats.
Yeah.
Not on purpose.
Not on purpose. We have strays all through our neighborhood.
But yeah, so
So you want 1 cat and then you have
conventions are super, super good for making like really strong
Started
friendships.
with one.
So don't be afraid to like talk to people and like insert yourself into conversations if you feel like it's an appropriate time to. You know, obviously if someone's got their backs to you and like they obviously seem like they're in like a conspiratorial tone, maybe don't like jump in on that one. But if they're talking about Pokemon and you've got some like nice meta to like add to the
Because a lot of the
conversation.
times people will be like, oh, I like Pokemon too, you know, and then you make a friend.
I mean,
Yeah,
that's what I like about cosplay. That was what got me into cosplay, honestly, is because it's basically like a giant neon sign telling people what you like.
Yeah.
So yeah, go make friends, go have fun, and enjoy the con. And if you need us,
Yes, enjoy the con.
you
Please.
can find us.
We also have a nice little info table downstairs. You see it says
In
info
front of
on
the-
it. Any question you could have about the entire con, they will answer it there.
And
for
we've
you.
got our full schedules up there.
Yes.
So
Yeah.
where's the Iron Challenge?
It is going to be in one of the workshops downstairs.
Yes.
At one of those like,
That
there's
row
like
of rooms
the
down
row of
there.
rooms.
Tomorrow or today?
Tomorrow.
Tomorrow.
At about 2, I believe.
It's gonna be really fun. I've never done it before, so it's gonna be interesting to
The
see.
grand prize,
It
well,
gets
one of the grand
ridiculous.
prizes is a complete box set of an anime.
Yeah.
But I'm not telling you what it is, because it's a surprise!
It's a good anime.
It's really good.
No, it's
I haven't seen it, but I've seen it.
It's really good.
Yes.
Yeah, I think we're good.
But yeah, like, you know, just have a good time, make friends, and talk to people, and consider other people's feelings, and don't destroy the hotel, please.
Yes!
God,
Yeah,
don't destroy the
we
hotel.
want to.
We wanna come back.
We want
Yeah.
them to invite us back.
Unless you want to sabotage us, in that case, please don't.
Like, just
don't.
get out
Like,
now.
don't.
Come back next week, get your own hotel, and then destroy it.
Yeah, exactly.
So then they'll remodel them and they'll be all nice.
But yeah, so that's essentially our
ever play Sim Hotel or something like that? Or,
Yeah,
I love
Sim
Sim
Tower.
Tower. That's all I did during accounting class. I failed that class. I just played Sim Tower.
I missed that game. I can't find it anymore.
Alright.
The freeware doesn't work.
Oh, that's
All right, thank you guys for coming. I know it was a
Thank
very
you.
small little thing, but yeah, thank you so much.